What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another I Rate Your Starter Team video. Today, opposed to the last time, we have gone for a bit more of expensive squad links. As you can see on the screen right there, I tweeted out, for those of you that will spend lots of time or potentially FIFA points on FIFA 21, show me your starter squads in 100 to 200k range that you'd hope to put together. Please use a footbin link rather than a screenshot. It's just easier for the links. And Trading Till Dawn linked me this one, and I haven't looked at these previously. We're just going to take a look at them here together. And the reason why I went for 100 to 200k squad, or for people that potentially use FIFA points or potentially have lots of time, is because not everyone is going to be in the same boat. And as much as I would like to hope that people just generally wouldn't use FIFA points because it's not ultimately necessary, I still know that lots of people are going to use FIFA points. It's just the way it is. There's a reason why EA are making literally billions of dollars a year from microtransactions in Ultimate Team. But anyway, guys, if you're enjoying the content, drop a thumbs up on the video. Hit the bell down below to get notified when my videos go live. And this first squad, we have got Castiles, a nice goalkeeper there. We've got Babu, Klosterman, once again, a player that's going to be super valuable and very, very good this year, I think. And we've also got Mukiele Schultz. Mukiele coming in as a fullback on 7 chem in that centre-back role. I don't mind it either. Lema, who looks quite good. Sabitzer, who looks very good. Zakaria, who looks very good. And then Anthony Promes and Neres, Antony Promes and Neres up top. A really cool combination up there. All in all, this is a really good squad. Now, in the last video where we talked about 50k squads, I made the point a few times. I think a fair few players are going to be more expensive than what some people think. And that was something that in the video was quite heavily disputed. And the player in question was Paulinho. And Paulinho this year, obviously, has been in everybody's starter squads, or generally speaking, and I think Paulinho is going to be an expensive player. You know, I think 4-star, high work rate, 6 foot tall with those brilliant stats, I think he's going to be quite expensive. Somebody in the comment section had noted that last year Paulinho wasn't that expensive. Now, as you can see, it's not quite the same card. 72 pace versus 72, 82 shooting, so he's upgraded 1 shooting this year. He's got the same passing this year. He's got 2 better dribbling this year, 2 better defending this year, and the same physical. So even though he's 1 rating lower, he's actually a better card. And the point was made, so even though he's obviously 84 rated, the point was made that last year he wasn't that expensive at all. And it is very true. He maxed out at like 10k right there and was never more than just a few thousand coins for most of the game. What I think a lot of people are missing out on this year, and why I personally think a few players are going to be a bit more expensive as we go back to this squad and look at players like Klosterman and potentially like Sabitzer and Promes, is when a player's getting used in so many starter squads like Paulinho was, there is a general hype around him that's going to make him more expensive. However, this year, which I think people just really are not taking into consideration at all, this year, there is no fitness in the game, which means people are going to have a lot more coins in general because they don't need to spend coins on fitness this year, which is going to give a lot more buying power, which is going to mean the general price of the whole market is going to raise compared to previous years. So I think even if I'm personally off anyway, I do think the average market is just going to be higher. Now, the only other thing to note, and I think this is also important for people that are going to be getting the game in the next 2 or 3 days, via early access or EA Play, or getting it on PC on October 1st for the full game or whatever, versus the people that get it on the 6th and on the 9th. Those first few days, that first sort of 7 days, player prices are at an all-time low. And then when the general public gets the game, the prices shoot through the roof again. I'm basing my estimations, again, on the general public, not the small portion of people that be getting the games earlier. However, this squad, I like the look of a lot. You've got 2 very good CDMs in Zakaria and Lema. I think the backline is brilliant with lots of pace. I think the attack is very good. I like this team a lot. I think it's a solid squad. I would give this 100 to 200k. Is it going to be 100 to 200k? We'll have to wait and see. I think this is a nice squad, though. I think I'll give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. If I came up against this week 1 in FUT Champs, I most certainly would not be happy. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm in for a game. Next up, guys, we've got ANSEL. And ANSEL links me this squad right here. And ANSEL gives me Kostic, Haaland, Bellarabi, Sabitzer, and Lema again. And everybody's going for this very similar Bundesliga setup. Schultz is in there again. Klosterman is in there again. Lema is in there. See, I think Emre Can, guys, is going to be one of these cards that is very expensive. And again, compared to last season, obviously he only had an 81 rated. Did he have? He had a. It was the Juventus card first of all last year as well. So when he came in the January transfer window, the market had obviously already settled, which makes a difference. But for me, this Emre Can card is just brilliant. Shooting from range is fantastic. Passing is extremely good. Dribbling is very good for a day one card. Defending and physical, the same. His pace is phenomenal. Phenomenal. His sprint speed is extremely good for a centre mid. Obviously, acceleration not so good, but he is a good card. I think he's going to be very popular for the first day squads. I like this Lema card a lot as well. His physicals are nice and well-rounded. His shooting, passing, pace, and dribbling are nice and well-rounded. This is a cool card, man. Really is a cool card. And this Lema card, once again, is a good box-to-box midfielder. Great pace, good defending, 89 stamina, which is nice. 84 short passing, which is super nice. And if he had one more dribbling and had 80 in reaction, ball control, dribbling, and composure, I think people would look at this card wildly more different. Obviously, he doesn't, so it doesn't really make any difference. But yeah, Kostic coming in. Now, he only has the 3-star, 2-star, which is a bit of a problem. Haaland coming in with the 3-star, 3-star. Interestingly enough as well, I think Haaland was ranked as like the 7th fastest player in Europe at the moment. And EA, although they've given him 88 sprint speed, he's only got 84 pace in general, 78 stamina on the man, that 93 shot power, that 87 finishing. It will be interesting to see how expensive he is in the early stages, because the meta will dictate whether or not people want him. If heading is viable, if heading is usable again, this card might be one of those cards that is just sensational, because he is quite fast, he's got great shooting, and he's big, so he can head as well. So yeah, Haaland could definitely be one of those players that's either crazy expensive or just doesn't really cut it. Bellarabi, always going to be good with that pace coming in the Bundesliga. Good dribbling stats, a little low on stamina, good shot power as well. I don't particularly think he's going to be too expensive. What was he last year? It wasn't last year. He was crazy expensive last year, wasn't he, at the start? No, he wasn't. Wow, he was only at 8k. That's really interesting. That's really surprising. I thought he was like 12, 14k for some reason. But yeah, this is another really nice squad. Upamecano is a really interesting player to have in there. Lena instead of Mbabu is a really interesting player to have in there. Once again, I like this squad a lot. This is a very well-rounded squad. Again, Lema and Can as the CDM / box-to-box. You got Sabitzer, Kostic, Bellarabi for those attacking spots. Lots of pace on the wings, and then Haaland up front. That is a really nice squad. I'll give that an 8 out of 10. I think that is definitely a more complete, more well-rounded squad than the first one we saw. Of course, if you guys disagree, let me know in the comment section below. Next up, we've got Harvey Smith, and he's linked me. Did he link me at all? Well, I can't see his tweet now. That midfield is filth, mate. Oh, he's deleted. Oh, he didn't delete his tweet. There you go. He linked me this instead of an actual link. He linked me this here. But this is a great squad. Doherty maybe not. Reguilon will be nice and expensive. Van der Beek quite interesting. Allen will be expensive. Yeah, this is a good squad. We've already looked at a lot of these types of players. I do like that quite a bit as far as the squad goes. I think very well rounded. Kovacic will be an interesting one to look at. This is why, guys, I asked for the links, so then I could just click on a player to look at them rather than having to basically do the work myself, I suppose. Yeah, he's got a nice card, really nice passing, really nice dribbling, and fairly well-rounded outside of that. 4-star, 4-star. I wonder how expensive he's going to be. I don't know. What was he last year? Obviously, he was an 82 last year, which is going to have some influence. The card stats not too dissimilar year on year. Oh, he was pennies. He was pennies from the start. Yeah, that is crazy. Well, there you go. So that'll be quite a nice team, I think. This is definitely the sort of team where if I came up against it, I'd be like, oh, Jesus. But this is also somebody that doesn't do leg day. You know what I mean? He's got Henderson, Soyuncu, who's got a good card, don't get me wrong, and Lindelof, who's not terrible either. and then Doherty in the back line, and then he's got a really strong midfield and a really strong attack. Reguilon, the best defender there. Soyuncu probably coming up too. But yeah, that is a nice squad. I think I prefer squad 2 for me personally, so I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Even though it might be a better squad, I don't know what it is. I think that Bundesliga squad that we saw second was really, really nice. We then got Geordie Gamer. And Geordie Gamer links me here. It says, probably end up costing just over 200k point, but hoping to pack a couple or get most of the team sorted before the price increase at full release. And there's Hepburn knowing his FIFA, knowing his FIFA. So, yeah, this is a very interesting one for sure because there are some super expensive looking players in here. Mendy, Longley, Fekir, Dembele. They're going to be all sorts of expensive. 5-star, 5-star for Ousmane, of course, makes him ridiculous. With that 83 shot power, great pace, very good dribbling, 5-star, 5-star. He's going to be deadly in the early stages. It will be interesting to see how much he costs. In fact, if we go and have a look at Dembele from last year, now, of course, he was a right wing last year and he was 84 rated. So there is some, although the card, again, isn't really that much difference, is it? And then he was... Yeah, I mean, look. This is what I mean about the player prices and where they go. The very first few days, he was coming in at 25k, immediately up to 50k, up towards 60k, and before you know it, he's up at the 80k mark when the game is released fully and a week into it. So definitely getting your players ASAP is important. But as you can see with almost every trend we've looked at, very quickly those player prices deplete, and by Futmas, they're worthless. So bear that in mind this year for when you're putting your squads together. But Dembele is a great shout, a great option. I love that Allen card. Richarlison looks great. Zakaria looks great. Gareth Bale. I can't wait to get Gareth Bale into my squad on my road to glory. I love Gareth Bale. It's such a shame for me, obviously, that he plays for Spurs. He's one of my favourite players of all time. I'm an Arsenal fan, for those of you that don't know. I just love Gareth Bale. He's got great pace. He's got good ball control and composure. His shooting's brilliant. His passing is good. Well, his free kicks, crossing, and curve are very good, but his short passing, not necessarily the best. The rest of his physicals are quite nice. He's got good heading accuracy as well, which could be really important. Again, remember, what was it? The Team of the Year Bale from FIFA 19. How many goals did I score with him because his jumping, heading, and aggression was so good? Oh, man, if EA bring heading back for us, I'm going to love that. I like this team a lot. This is like a 9 out of 10 kind of team. The Swiss players on the right-hand side there with Mbabu and Akanji as well. Obviously, Akanji dropped a fair bit. Neto lower rated now at 82 as well, but Longley, very, very good. Mendy will be expensive. I definitely expect this one to be in the range a lot closer to the 200k. Will it be quite 200k? Who knows? I think it depends mostly on about 4 key players in this team. How expensive will Mendy and Longley be? I have a feeling Fekir could absolutely be fairly cheap. And then how expensive will Allen and Bale be, pretty much. I think that's what's going to really dictate whether or not this is within the 200k budget or whether or not this is over the 200k budget. But I like that squad a lot. And then last but not least, guys, for today, we've got BigGman, and he links us this squad right here. He has gone for Thorgan Hazard, another Bundesliga squad, another squad with Klosterman in, and the first time we've seen Alphonso Davies, but not the first time. In fact, almost every time we've seen a combination of this midfield, Zakaria or Chan or Sabitzer. But once again, even for some people's starter squads, they had some of these players in there. For some people's not quite starter squads, or the reason why I look for people that spend a lot of time on this game, because for someone like me, as a prime example, a 50k squad is not what I'm going to be looking at as a starter squad. Even though I'm not going to be spending FIFA points, I just know I'm going to be grinding the game so much in those first 3 to 5 days that I should theoretically, based on my understanding of the game over previous years, have at least 150 to 250k in those first 3 or 4 days. So you don't even need to necessarily spend FIFA points for this kind of thing. It's just about the amount of time that's spent. But a lot of people are going for this Bundesliga setup. Klosterman is there again. Alphonso Davies is there this time. Hernandez is there and looks very, very good. And Babu looks decent. That midfield is brilliant. Sabitzer with the 4-star weak foot as well, which is really, really nice. Zakaria and Emre Can also with the 4-star weak foot, which is very nice. Haaland and Bellarabi again. And then last but not least, Thorgan Hazard. Excuse me. Thorgan Hazard coming in with quite a nice card. 4-star, 4-star, great agility and balance, good stamina, very well-rounded passing and shooting, generally for a winger, decent pace. He's a chem style away from being absolutely mental. Now, once again, last year, if memory serves, he was quite expensive last year at some points in the game. So this is his 82 rated card. So he was, yeah, I mean, look at that. Even for an 82 rated card in the early stages, 7 or 8k is quite high. But look at that again. Day one, like literal day one, 3.5k. What I would say to you guys is this: get as many coins as you can when that web app opens and just buy 82, 83, 84 rated players that you can, because they will double or triple in price over the coming days. But yeah, Thorgan Hazard of the previous year is there. I like this squad a lot. I think the Premier League squad might definitely have been the best squad, even though I didn't rate it the highest, just because of certain players in there that I'd prefer, you know, not to play with, and maybe that back line wasn't so good. I think this might be the best squad out there. That midfield is unbelievably well-rounded. That back line is super fast with good players, and that front line has got absolutely everything you need aside from a 5-star skiller. But obviously you could put one of those on the bench. So there you go, guys. I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10 as well. So there you go. That is 5 more starter squads for you guys reviewed right there. I look forward to doing more. We are getting to that point where it is so close now, guys. Monday the 28th is coming up tomorrow. We've then got just Tuesday before the web app drops on Wednesday. And then there you go. The FIFA 21 cycle will be up and running. So we'll have some more cool content coming out in the next couple of days. This is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.